What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 30 of Littleroot Lessons. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin. What's up, man? What's going on today?
Well, this past weekend, as of the upload of this episode, would be PC qualifier number 2. So we figured this episode we'll go over some of our Discord's teams and kind of like look them over. We won't have any results for anybody until later, but I will probably post everyone's like social media and probably will have the graphic as of when this episode goes live. That'll be on the screen probably for you after we talk about the teams and kind of just like ramble on up as we exit out of here. Because we have a lot of the APAC players in our server that don't get to play in this tournament, and a lot of them are wanting to see how we do.
So just like, hey, I'm keeping track of stuff. I believe it's Kaizen has a really
good graphic.
Yeah, real fantastic graphic. I'm excited to actually throw up on screen. Probably next episode. This episode, who knows? Well, that's your problem to figure out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But
Perks is not having to do the editing.
Up on the chopping block first is Chasing's team, which this is a meme if I've ever seen it.
So I don't know how it started, but someone was talking on the Discord about wanting to take Dedenne to Master Ball, and I'm pretty sure Chasing popped in and was like, "I love Dedenne. I'm gonna do this."
I know the big thing where Dedenne's like start came from was from the past Rumble, which we have that to talk about too.
That was this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think either of us participated.
I wasn't able to. I was too busy getting stuff recorded for YouTube and all that stuff, and
I was moving stuff, so I actually wasn't home.
Great.
When they started, so
great.
But yeah. So we have, after the Littleroot Rumble resolved and Chasing finally went down. He had the bounty
Finally got his crown removed.
We were talking about like cool formats and ways to like handicap players, and one of them was Dedenne.
Oh.
And then Chasing just like snapped on. I was like, sure, I'll do it. Let's do it.
Sure. Snap it up.
So we have a Dedenne team for the Icy here.
So this is Cheek Pouch,
Nuzzle, Eerie Impulse.
Okay,
Charm,
Citrus Berry Cheek Pouch. Okay, I couldn't remember what the berry was.
Usually they use Citrus Berry because
it makes sense. It procs the most often, and you get to potentially eat more of them. So I know Aaron Zhang was playing a Dedenne Decidui team last week, 2 weeks ago. A couple weeks back on his YouTube, and it was a very aggressive Dedenne that was meant to Dynamax. This is not that Dedenne. This is
a very support style Dedenne. Very invested in HP and speed. Jolly just to be as fast as we possibly can. Nuzzle, Eerie Impulse, Charm, and Helping Hand. Goal is to just slow down your opponents, weaken them down with Eerie Impulse and Charm, and boost your own damage with Helping Hand. Like, super support.
Can this Dedenne even live a hit?
I don't know.
What does its base stats even look like? Oh, those are not great.
They're not very good.
So we have 67 HP.
After being max, or
no, this is just base.
Oh.
57 defense, 67 special defense, and 101 speed. I don't think we need all this speed. I want bulk. I would like some bulk so we can actually live and actually get to use our Cheek Pouch more than once.
I mean, there's not going to be any amount of putting in things in defense that's actually going to help us, probably, though, right?
Okay, so I guess the counter argument there is we don't need the bulk investment because we have Eerie Impulse and Charm.
Yeah. Like, we have HP. Like, that's the big thing.
Like, this thing's not doing damage, so...
And if they want to spend their turns KOing Dedenne, that's fine.
Then, like, that's one less target, one less hit going after your Dynamax.
Your sweepers and all that stuff. Which
moving.
we have a couple of those.
Yeah, so we have similar to today in forms of speed control plus support. We have Talonflame holding that focus sash, which I'm not really a fan of here, because not only do we have focus sash Gale Wings, but we also have Brave Bird, and y'all know how I feel about that at this point. If you want to play physical Talonflame, just play Dual Wing Beat.
Yeah.
There is literally no downside to playing Dual Wing Beat in that slot. Sure, you might miss 5% of the time, but you might also get to take multiple hits. Like, you may be able to deal multiple hits, I should say.
Yep, you can Oko Whimsicots with Dual Wing Beat that are focus sashed.
And Amoonguss, I believe...
It's close on Amoonguss.
I believe Cobra Berry goes down, depending on how they're EV'd.
I know Sizer can do it.
Yeah.
That's a whole different... That's
not only is that, but that's also not stab, but they have technician, so it is stab. So, maybe?
Also, Sizer gets up to 300 attack with Choice Band. So it's just like...
True, Talonflame does not.
Talonflame gets nowhere near that number.
But it is still Talonflame. I know a couple weeks back we were talking about the Durant team I was playing that had special Talonflame, and that set's sweet.
Yeah, special Talonflame's cool.
Heat Wave and Hurricane, just like double stab, you get to hit everything insanely hard. It's a good set. I'm a fan of it. Next up, looks like we have quite a few sweepers, it looks like here.
Yeah, it's like here's our two support mons, with Talonflame being like the speed control portion for going fast, and Dedenne is going to slow everyone down. And then we get into our sweeper sets here, which we have Excadrill, Dark Urshifu, Togekiss, and Dragapult.
I mean, most of these are pretty standard sets. It is Swords Dance, Jolly, Excadrill, with not a lot of bulk, so because especially since you're not Sash, there is a chance you can just like not take a hit.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's a chance you just don't get to take a hit, you don't get a Swords Dance off, you don't get to trigger your policy, and you die.
I know for a fact that most of the time Excadrill needs to go big in order to keep its weakness policy trigger intact, because a lot of the times things that go into Excadrill are going to be special attacks that are super effective.
Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, if we're Dynamaxing this majority of the time, we don't need Swords Dance.
Yeah.
I think if we're policy, we don't need Swords Dance. And if we're not policy, then we want like Sash and probably put like
Choice
what is it called?
Safety goggles?
No, the Sharp Beak on Talonflame.
I'd rather just like do safety goggles so I can avoid Amoonguss redirection.
That's fair. That is another
be able
option.
to Brave Bird what you want to Brave Bird, be able to Will-O-Wisp what you want to Will-O-Wisp, be able to taunt what you want to taunt. That way Amoonguss isn't sitting there, look at me.
That's fair. That is something that I haven't considered is a bird wearing goggles. That's basically a new Pokemon design. They should just hire us.
Done. Bird wearing goggles, new Pokemon. New legendary.
Look, man, if we can have a dragon ghost airplane, then why can't we have a bird wearing goggles?
I don't know. Next up here is Dark Urshifu with Choice Band. This is pretty much the Focus Sash set, but we're Choice Band.
Yeah, so instead of like Detect, we have Thunder Punch U-Turn, which I'm a big fan of U-Turn on Choice Bands. Like, anytime you're choiced, we kind of talked about this last week with my Kingdra set. Having the ability to chip away and switch out if you're choiced is exceptionally good. Like, you bring it in, and it's not a favorable matchup because, it's either on the lead or they have, like, there's a double knockout, so you and your opponent are bringing something in, and in hindsight, your switching is not great. You can just get a hit off, get out, because you're faster than your opponent.
Yeah. And
that's just fine. So I'm a big fan of the U-turn here. Thunder Punch is just, again, really good coverage. And then
Marina, Togekiss, all that stuff.
Close Combat, Wicked Blow, pretty standard on Urshifu. Wicked Blow Choice Band may be enough. Like, with Helping Hand from Dedenne might be enough to take out Dustclops.
To take out defensively sets, like regular defense Dustclops, it will be enough to take it out, yeah.
And same with, like, Close Combat into P2. Like, those are probably pretty close calcs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the big difference there is Wicked Blow is critting.
Close
so
combat
its base damage is higher than, right? Because it's 95. 90 or 95?
I couldn't tell you.
You know who I bet can? The internet. Do I not have a single Urshifu set on here? I actually don't. I don't have a single Urshifu set on my showdown. Oh, yeah, I do.
Wicked Blow is 80 power.
So that gets the 120.
So it's the same as Close Combat.
So yeah, it should, majority of the time, take out both of those.
Yeah.
Then we have Super Luck Crit Kiss. Pretty standard set at this point. Notably, they are running Heat Wave over Protect, which is fine.
This is a Togekiss that's wanting to Dynamax anyway.
Yeah,
so.
it wants to take opponents out.
Yeah, just go big, hit it with a couple max moves, hope you get some lucky crits, and then when you go back to small, you don't really need to worry about it. You can hit Follow Me, you can hit a damaging attack. Doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Last up here is Dragapult Life Orb. Again, pretty standard Dragapult, max attack, max speed, Jolly, Dragon Darts, which I wish was Dragon Claw instead, Phantom Force, Fly, and Protect.
Did you see the video Wolf put out of like weird battle mechanics that happen in Sword and Shield? There was a doubles battle scenario that I don't remember exactly how it happened.
Oh, are you talking about the glitches?
Yeah.
Or you're forced to hit yourself because you can't hit anybody else?
Yeah, because Dragon Darts has smart AI, so Dragapult ends up hitting itself.
Yep, has smart aiming.
Makes perfect sense if you don't think about it.
Yeah.
I think it was like you have like Dustclops plus Dragapult out or something.
Mm-hmm.
Ally switch and go for Dragon Darts into your that slot. It says, okay, I can't hit my partner
because
I can't hit myself. I can't hit my partner, so I hit myself.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
We go, no, I have to hit myself. But, yeah, this team's cute. A lot of leads I see are like Dedenne or Talonflame plus a sweeper.
Yep.
A lot of the time.
And then just having double sweeper in the back.
Yep. You spring 3 of these 4 and 1 of these 2.
This team's going to be very aggressive.
This is a very, very hyper aggro team.
If it wasn't for like Dedenne, I'd be all over this team.
Notably, it's just like we have the Ted core in here.
Yep.
Excadrill, Togekiss, Dragapult, like we have that set up in here, and then it's just like Mons around it that cover weaknesses and can help support the rest of the team, i.e. Dedenne and Talonflame helping us be faster than our opponent, and Urshifu just being a good other coverage mon with dark and fighting coverage.
Have you seen the argument on Twitter about acronyms as team names?
I'm gonna be honest, I know certain ones, but then it's like there's a bunch of them I don't know.
And it like the argument is, this is stupid, why do we do this?
So I don't have to sit here and say Togekiss, Excadrill, Dragapult.
And when those 3 are really coming together, it's Ted. It makes sense.
The other one, the one that didn't make sense was the fake P whatever nonsense.
The fake PG or whatever.
Yeah, I did not know what any of that was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just a part of the meme. It's just like...
No. It's
this is an actual...
team.
Okay.
I had to go look it up. It's Tapu Fini. And then... I can't remember the A.
Probably a
Kartana. I think Excadrill. And then P2 and... I can't remember what the G was.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
It's an actual thing.
Okay.
I had to go digging through the bowels of the internet to go find it. Because everyone was really upset about it and was like, okay, what does it mean?
What are people upset about this week?
Exactly.
Oh my lord. Just some of the arguments on Twitter are just so absurd.
Yeah.
And I just don't get why it's even an argument.
But, yep, good luck to chasing with his Dedenne team.
Of course. I'm excited to see how people do.
I am too.
This is the first event since...
The last one.
Well, I was going to say, basically since, we've taken off. So it's just we have not been at this kind of high ever. So it's just now that we have a super interested community, it's interesting to be able to actually go out and support people and actually be intrigued and engaged with other people's results. It's a really cool feeling.
Yeah. Notably, if you want to go follow, see how their weekend went, their Twitter will be down below. You can go check out their Twitter feed. They don't stream, but they're going to try to post all their match results and everything.
I thought that was AJP.
I think they're doing it too. I'm not sure. I think a lot of them are doing it on Twitter because not everyone can stream.
Yeah, for sure.
But double check. I'm going to try and get people's Twitters or try to get results up for everyone below. That way you can just click on it and then go relive it.
I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is instead of having the Stadium 2 Let's Play this week, I'm just going to do an extra bonus episode of laddering with...
well, when this comes out...
that's already going to be long gone. But I'm going to record with during the actual Players' Cup qualifier, so... Yeah. Obviously not all... Online. Yeah, probably not all 45 matches, but definitely am going to be playing to some capacity, so...
my goal is to stream every match I can, and then probably take tidbits of those streams and cut them and paste them for laddering as well, because Series 6 has kind of died. No one really has a Series 16 for us to play this week. So.
No, not really. I think we had one posted in the last week. Just
I want to save it for after Player Cup hype dies down, because everyone's all stuck on Series 5 still. So I feel like once the qualifiers done, then we can get back into Series 6 laddering, which
agreed.
Will be probably the start of October.
So next team.
Now
that we sit here and rambled about nothing for 5 minutes because I get off topic.
Next team is CJL's kind of Trick Room Sun team.
Yep. So from the top we have Weakness Policy Dragapult alongside Dustclops, Shadow Sneak, Shenanigans. Notably, it is Special Dragapult, so I'm personally a fan of Special Dragapult. I think it's in a fairly good position because 95% of people are expecting physical. So it's just alright, well, nice physical wall, blow it up.
Did you know Dragapult gets stalled?
I did.
Yep.
I was there for a hot minute. I was running Dragapult next to Kingdra and setting rain with my Dragapult. One of the many things that I tested that was not particularly great.
Special Dragapult's really cool. Means we could be a little bit bulkier because we don't have to be super duper invested in speed, because sometimes we want to get hit. Dustclops here, like you said, has Shadow Sneak, also has Nightshade, Trick Room, and Taunt. We are max HP, 230 defense, and 26 special defense, so we are EV'd to try and survive T-Tar, it looks like.
Today I learned Dustclops gets Taunt.
Yeah. Dustclops has a lot of ways to counter itself, like opposing Dustclops. You can run a Dustclops counter to just counter Dustclops.
This is serious nature, and I don't think it's meant to be. Because Sirius is neutral.
Either we're doing it on purpose to get the most, stats from, other things, but I feel like we'd probably want to either be sassy or relaxed at this point.
Mm-hmm. Either the defense minus speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, either of those seem fine here.
Notably, we have 7 speed IVs, so
we can outspeed opposing Dustclops outside of Trick Room.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, that explains why we have Taunt. Because nice Trick Room taunt you.
Nice try.
Try again next turn. Oh, wait.
can't.
Got him.
So that might be Sirius might be actually like implied. We could, if that's the case, then we could just run plus defense minus. We could run bold or calm. Is plus special defense minus attack?
Yeah, minus attack or minus special attack. Like obviously, minus attack would be ideal because then we're dealing with less damage.
Not wrecking our Dragapult.
Yeah. But at the same time, Dusclops' attack isn't great.
Every point matters.
True. And
when you're a Dragapult, every point matters.
That is very true. Dragapult is not the bulkiest Pokemon in existence. So
to pair with this double ghost here, we have our Sun set up here with G-Max Venusaur. Assault Vest.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I tried to run AV Venusaur in the last IC qualifier, notably, and it did miserably. So keep that in mind.
I like
that
this set.
That was before we got Gigantamax, so it's probably better now that it has Gigantamax. But before, AV Venusaur did not fare well in the opposing Sun matchups.
Am I crazy for wanting not Leaf Storm? What's the Hyper Beam variant? The Grass Hyper Beam.
Frenzy Plant?
Yeah, am I crazy for wanting Frenzy Plant over Energy Ball?
You just run Leaf Storm.
They both get to 150 or 160, whatever the max is.
Venusaur's Vine Lash doesn't go to one. It goes to 150. It doesn't go to 160. It's
not, yeah, whatever max is.
They both get. Yeah, they both get to 150.
Okay. The reason I like the Frenzy Plant more is because like you don't lose that special attack drop, but
then you're off.
Yeah, I was gonna say then you're locked in. But like if you're Dynamaxing Venusaur, your goal is to get 3 knockouts as quickly as possible, majority of the time. Like it's not one of those that you want to sit around and stall and let the game go on forever.
Yeah.
Even though like Vine Lash is going to do that, it's going to do
even though Vine Lash wants to do that, that's what Vine Lash is for.
Yeah, but at the same time, Vine Lash is still over 4 turns.
Yeah.
So it's a give and take. Leaf Storm's probably better. Energy Ball.
I always run Leaf Storm.
Yeah, Energy Ball having literally no upside is kind of whatever. And I don't know if it gets to that 150 mark for Vine Lash either.
The other move I would run instead is just Solar Beam because we have a way to set Sun.
True.
You have 2 ways to set Sun with both Dragapult and Torkoal. So it's just like whatever.
Yep. That I actually like. Just Solar Beam instead. Because weather is not the most popular thing in this format outside of like exactly Tyranitar.
Mm-hmm.
Like Politoed is played, but it's not widely played as much as I want it to be.
Yeah.
And obviously Hail is a joke because ice types are a joke.
The only weather you don't have to worry about is T-Tar.
So if you can come in and just deal with Tyranitar, like obviously if Tyranitar is switching in and you are like Dynamaxed and go for Vine Lash into that slot, it's probably gone anyway.
Yeah.
So it's kind of whatever. At that point, you just get to bring back out your Torkoal at some point and reset your own weather. So I'm kind of fine with it. And like if Torkoal goes down for whatever reason, then you just have Weather Ball doing Rockfall damage. And that's also just fine.
Yeah. Speaking of Torkoal, the Torkoal here is not a bulky set. It is a full special attack set with a Charcoal, Eruption, Heat Wave, Body Press, and Yawn. I wish we weren't running. I would rather run Earth Power or Solar Beam over this Body Press. We do not have enough defense investment to actually make it worth it.
Agreed. Notably, like, I like Body Press. I don't really care for it here on this specific set. Eruption's another one, but like Eruption is there for Trick Room.
Like
when you get to go off first, it's great. I wish we had Protect over Body Press here, because if we can go Protect on 1 plus Trick Room with Dusclops, then next turn we just go Eruption and blow everything up. I feel like we're in a really well-placed position at that point, especially since it's Charcoal boosted, it's in the sun, like, you're going to literally melt your opponents.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what's on the other side. They're going to get hurt.
I like Yawn. I like Yawn a lot, but again, it's just like, I wish this was a bulky Torkoal instead of a special attack Torkoal. Yawn is much better on that set in general.
Mm-hmm.
rounding out the team here, we have another Dark Urshifu with Choice Band playing the...
No, this is not Dark Urshifu.
Oh, it's Water Urshifu.
Yep.
I don't know if I like that.
I think having the water coverage is probably...
I don't like it because we have Torkoal on our team.
Agreed. Like, that non-bow does kind of hurt, especially when you also have Dragapult setting...
Also, we just died a Grassy Glide.
Yeah.
I don't like unless you have a water Pokemon that is not like that is either neutral or resists Rillaboom. There's no point in running it.
Well, there is no water Pokemon that resists Rillaboom.
Either you have Gyarados is just neutral.
Yeah, but that's not resistant.
No, I said neutral or resist, one or the other. You can have. Is there one?
No, because all water Pokemon are weak to it. That's what I was trying to. Like,
so let me rephrase. If you have neutral, that's the only water type you want to run.
Which there's like Gyarados,
Lapras. Is Lapras resistant?
No,
no, Ice isn't resistant. No,
because that's why they run Woodhammer to just smack it.
Smack it, Lapras. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gyarados is the big one, which is we'll get to Gyarados later. Which is why I think Gyarados is like the only water type you actually will probably see.
Like Urshifu is fine.
Not with no protect, it's not.
Not only with no protect, but also because we're choice band. So like we can Surging Strike's cool, but if we're next to Torkoal or if Torkoal goes down and we come in, like Surging Strikes isn't doing a lot at that point.
It's not even that. It's just like Rillaboom was number 1 and is number 1.
And not only that, but like number 2 is Togekiss, which also beats you up.
Like Water Urshifu does nothing for this team. Also, don't even worry about G-Maxing it if you're choice band at that point.
Exactly.
Like
it's there as super last resort. I can do this if I need to, but at that point, it's your backup plan. As I refer to it, is your oh shit plan. Of I have nothing else I can do at this point. I might as well go for this.
If you wanted the fighting type, run Conkeldurr.
I don't know if I feel if I like that either.
That's another Trick Room abuser. Specifically because we have Trick Room and we are kind of slow.
Yeah.
I would rather run Conkeldurr for running a fight. If we needed the fighting type coverage, Conkeldurr is the better one. It gets Poison Jab, it gets Close Combat, it gets Rock Slide. You get Thunder Punch, Ice Punch.
You get Fire Punch, which has been boosted by charcoal by weather. Yep. Granted, at that point you don't need it because you have Torkoal, but. I don't know.
I don't like this Urshifu. It's just like Rillaboom's the number 1 Pokemon, and it's going to outspeed you because Grassy Glide is going to hit you, and you do go.
You don't have priority. Yeah, you don't have priority here.
I know Grassy Glide will OHKO you every time.
We're not Sash. We're not Sash.
You're not Sash.
Is there a Sash on this team?
No.
Okay, if this was Sash plus Protect, I'd be all over this.
Yeah, like if you were running Protect, that's fine. But you're not running Protect. That's why this Urshifu just does nothing.
Yep.
You can't bring it against Rillaboom, so that means every fire type that pairs with the Rillaboom is pretty much just safe.
Yep. And like even next to that, it's just like Rillaboom and Incineroar just eats this alive.
Oh yeah.
It's like if somehow you live, because either Fake Out happens or Grassy Glide doesn't pick up a KO, like if somehow you live, you're also intimidated.
Yep.
So like, sure, you can click Surging Strikes, but like that's not doing anything to Rillaboom, and you want to click Poison Jab, but you're intimidated. So like,
it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, you're in between a rock and a hard place at that point. So
the mon I do like is this G-Max Grimmsnarl.
For sure.
Spirit Break, Sucker Punch. I don't know why we're running Ice Punch and Thunder Wave with Life Orb. I like this G-Max Grimmsnarl a lot.
I'm assuming Ice Punch is there specifically for Togekiss and Rillaboom.
Just like change the weather as well.
That's like a secondary effect, I think.
If sun is not like there, then it's just like whatever.
I think that's like backup plan. I think our primary plan with it is to try to deal with Pokemon that otherwise could be a problem. But like, we have Torkoal, we have Venusaur, we have Dragapult. I don't see Rillaboom really being a problem for this outside of the Urshifu.
Yeah.
So
like this 5 is fine until you look at this. And the minute you see Rillaboom on their team, which you're going to see it a lot, You just can't bring Urshifu safely. I do like it's like we're still pranksters, so we have just like hidden Thunder Wave.
Because that's the beauty of this. You can Dynamax this because they're anticipating like a taunt or a Thunder Wave or whatever. Smack them so hard. 3 turns later, Thunder Wave you. And they never saw it coming.
Yeah.
Because like if you max guard, people will think it's protect.
Mm-hmm.
So then at that point, it's just like, why not? Why not just smack them?
Yeah, I like these 4. I wish Torkoal was different and just
there's a few things on Torkoal I would like to adjust. I think if we're Charcoal, we don't need all the special attack.
Oh no! If you're gonna run Charcoal, you want all the special attack.
Really? Okay.
You want your Heat Waves and Eruptions to do as much as possible because you're trying. You just don't have any bulk.
Is it crazy to want like Flamethrower so we have a single target move, or do we just want all?
You just want to spray as much damage out as possible.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you on this one.
That's the whole point of Torkoal. Like if you run a single target, you're gonna run Earth Power or Solar Beam.
Yeah, you've played way more Torkoal than I have. Or Scorching Sands. That's one he
Scorching
gets
Sands
right?
is a really cool one, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it gets that one. But yeah, just not a fan of Urshifu on this team at all.
Would you like it more if it was Dark Urshifu?
A little bit more, because then our stab attack isn't weakened by Sun.
And like then we can not only do we have our Dusclops to like threaten others, but we also just have Wicked Blow to punch them hard.
Yeah.
Plus, at that point, like we can also deal with opposing Dragapults too, because our Dragapult's not max speed. Like,
just thinking about it, just like, what are you worried about hitting with this Water type Urshifu? Like you're running Rock Slide too. Why in the world are you?
I'm trying to think like what comes to mind that I'm worried about specifically for Water Urshifu. Like Charizard comes to mind.
Rock Slide on any of them ones that.
Yeah, like. And not only that, but you also are, like, if they have opposing Charizard, you're kind of in a bad position already because you're probably playing the Sun Mirror, and they already have Sun up, so your Searching Strikes isn't doing anything anyway.
Exactly.
And it's already huge, and it can probably take it no big deal.
Yeah. That's where it's just like, if you're running Dark, you're going to take a hit anyway still, but you also just max draw.
Yeah, I think if this was Dark with Focus Sash, I would like it more.
Yeah. Not a fan of the Choice Band Rapid Strike. I just don't like Water. If you're playing Sun, you don't need a Water type. Unless you're playing Gastrodon or Gyarados. Like, that's the one option you have. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Like, Gastrodon to absorb a random Water type attack for your Sunsetter, or Gyarados to kind of just not go down to a Grassy Glide immediately.
Just look at it and say, okay, whatever.
Air Strike you.
Nice try. Now I have a fast turtle.
Yep. This next one comes from Penguin.
Yeah, Atomic Penguin.
They have been swapping teams. they are worse than I am.
Okay, so they started freaking out last night on Discord.
Oh no, this spiral started a while ago.
Yeah, but specifically last night it really just went downhill. So all day I'm just like, man, maybe I should audible.
No.
Everyone else is. Maybe I should.
For once, I'm in the camp of I have a team. I don't have to audible. I like my team. I'm usually the one changing things last minute, and I'm planted my flag like Monday. I'm just like, let's go. But poor Penguin has blown up teams left and right, has audibled, and we are now on this one, which I believe he's locking in because play as of recording starts in an hour. So, hope you got your team locked in if you're going to start today. Which, this team is still good. Lapras, Gmax, Togekiss, Dragapult, Cobalion, Arcanine, and Gmax Rillaboom.
Yeah, I'm a fan of what's going on here. Do we have a way of triggering policy on Lapras?
Triggering policy on Lapras? No.
Okay.
Not without Grassy Gliding our own Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's gonna hurt, especially since.
Which is why we let them do it for us.
Yep. Lapras is bulky enough that it can take a hit.
It can do that and more. Notably, our EVs are all over the place. I'm assuming this is set up to survive. Most likely a Wood Hammer from Rillaboom. At 236 defense, I'm pretty sure we can.
I'll tell you about, I got played by Comfey Lapras.
No.
So obviously they lead Comfey Lapras, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like, alright, cool. They're gonna Giga Drain. I need to blow this Lapras up because I'm faster than it. No, they Max Guard and Trick Room. And now they're faster than me. I'm just like, oh lordy, we're dead. I did not see this coming at all. It was... I think that game went to pretty much to time. Because, like, in hindsight, I should have read the Trick Room. Because their team was a hard Trick Room team. And I didn't think about it until after it went up.
Again, Carter knowing what Mons learned Trick Room.
Look, man, it's hard. It's really hard.
I don't see how it's hard.
Like, in that same game, Gardevoir clicked Trick Room like 4 times. That game was wild.
Freeze Dry, Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, Protect. I'm pretty sure we're just running a Thunderbolt. Just coverage plus prevent Amoonguss sleep.
Yep.
Lumberry, Togekiss, Serene Grace, so we are going to flinch the heck out of everyone.
That's the plan.
Very bulky set. Fairly fast as well. 244 HP, some defense, some special defense, and then 188 EVs in speed puts
that's
us
real fast.
at, I think, like, pretty sure that's close to 120. It's like it's 110 to 120 in that range.
Yeah, that's real fast. For Kiss, that's absurd.
Because I believe 60 is 107.
It's somewhere in there. I know the one I was playing with, I think, was 88, and I was at 109.
So yeah, so 60 should be, the 60 range should be 107. Bold Nature, so we have a little bit of extra defense. I'm not sure how well we actually take a Steel-type move without all of this extra like defensive investment, but we should be fine. I feel like we could probably take 1 max Steel Spike, and then that's about it. Air Slash, Yawn, Protect, follow me. Next up, I wish this was support Dragapult.
Yeah, I think at this point we have enough offensive pressure.
We have plenty of damage.
Yeah, we have enough offensive pressure on this team that I don't think we need offensive Dragapult as well.
This is an offensive Dragapult with Beat Up, Dragon Darts, Phantom Force, Beat Up, and Protect, Max Attack, Max Speed, Focus Sash. I would rather this thing have like Light Screen, Reflect, Beat Up, and Protect, or Dragon Darts, Light Screen, Beat Up, and then like whatever other fourth move you want. You could run Protect, you could run Reflect, there's Ally Switch, things like that. To pair with the Beat Up, we have Assault Vest Cobalion, Max Attack, Max Speed, 4 Special Defense, EVs, Jolly, Ironhead, Close Combat, Bounce, and then they're running Stone Edge in their last slot. Pretty standard Cobalion at this point.
Yep, I agreed.
Next, we have the Arcanine here, Simba, as they've dubbed this one.
Simba's a good name.
This is a good name. This is a special Arcanine set with Heatwave, Snarl, Will-O-Wisp, and Protect. Looks like we are more bulky than fast, which is fine.
Yeah, it's whatever.
You're not going to be able to you're not outspeeding Cobalion and other Swords of Justice anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So the fast Will-O-Wisp isn't as important. Also, there's Dragapult, which you can't really worry about right now. But notably, you are underspeeding Gyarados at that with no speed investment. So it's just you're not going to be able to burn the Gyarados either. Then the Gyarados is probably just going to blow you up. Safety Goggles is what on here. So it's probably just counter to Amoonguss for the most part. Wrapping up here, we have Rillaboom, Choice Band. I believe this is pretty much Santi's set, except they're not running Woodhammer, and they're running High Horsepower instead. Which, it doesn't matter, G-Max, Rillaboom's Grass-type attacks are all going to be 160 anyway.
All of them?
All of them.
That's wicked.
That's how that works.
That's
why.
wicked.
That's why my set only runs Grassy Glide. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Especially when I was running Choice Band. We had this discussion earlier on in the week, too. I didn't feel the need to have Woodhammer because, Choice Band Grassy Glide just does so much damage that you just don't need Woodhammer. You're not gaining anything by having that slot.
I thought about swapping a choice span on mine, but I just like having double fake out. Clap clap. Grassy Glide U-turn superpower, high horsepower. I believe high horsepower is usually Woodhammer on Santee's set, so I think that's the one change. But yeah, this team also feels very solid.
I'm a fan of what's going on here.
We've got our Water Fire Grass Core and our Steel Fairy Dragon Core. We meet a lot of just like normal check marks and benchmarks for teams. It looks like they've done some calcs for their EVs, which is good. Yeah, this team's going to be probably fine. It's going to at least probably go 50-50 with good play.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up is Jeebits' pseudo crit team. I'm not sure what that means, but it looks like we have a crit Togekiss, a crit Inteleon, or no, we don't.
Nope, that's Torrent.
That's just Torrent.
I know.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know what we're doing now.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be G-Max.
I'm 99% sure this is supposed to be G-Max Machamp. So we have, if you want to scroll back up for me.
But the crit's not there. The crit's down here.
Yeah, but I want to talk from the top. That's how you read team reports, Carl.
Not
you start
always,
from the top.
You start from the important.
All right, fine. Scroll back down.
You start from important, and then you go in through that and go through the support.
So we have AV, no guard. I'm assuming G-Max Machamp.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's supposed to be G-Max, but we just didn't get clicked.
Dynamic Punch, Stone Edge, Knockoff, Bullet Punch. Hits like a truck.
This is pretty much exactly the set I was running when I was testing Machamp when we got it on cart. It's really, really fun. Machamp is just a fun Pokemon to play with. To pair with all those extra G-Max Chi Strikes to boost our crit chances, we have a Super Luck Togekiss and I'm assuming what's supposed to be crit Inteleon.
I'm assuming it's supposed to be crit. I know he was talking about how he's flip-flopping back between regular and G-Max Inteleon because, like, that's kind of whatever. Like, that bonus is super minor that it doesn't really matter. But Torrent also could make sense here because we are Sash. It's like, all right, take a hit, snipe shot the heck out of you, and it's going to do a ton. And if it doesn't pick up the KO, Ice Shard will. Like
we can...
Those two into each other, I'm sure will.
Like, turn one, Machamp and Inteleon can use Safeguard to protect from Will-O-Wisp, and then Machamp can just G-strike something, and then Inteleon gets a boost for Snipe Shot's crit rate, and everyone just gets to just kind of snowball from there. And then, again, Crit Kiss, Super Luck, Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam, Follow Me, Protect. Pretty standard Togekiss at this point with a weakness policy. This one is really fast.
Oh, lordy, that is a fast kiss.
That's almost max speed Togekiss.
So we have, policy, Super Luck, super fast, mostly maxed out HP. Air Slash.
We have to go big to survive a hit for weakness policy to trade.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we have to Dynamax Togekiss.
Oh, yeah. So we have Air Slash, Gleam, Follow Me, Protect. I feel like Togekiss is super boring to talk about because, like, the moves may change by, like, one.
The moves are usually the same. It's the EVs is where Togekiss gets interesting.
EVs and abilities are what matter on Kiss.
Pairing up with all these crit Pokemon, we have a G-Max Rillaboom with Coba Berry, Grassy Glide, Fake Out, Taunt, and High Horsepower. Notably, the EVs are max HP and then really special defensively bulky, which doesn't make much sense.
That's close to what I'm doing. Granted, I'm max attack. I think I'm max attack 100 special defense rest into HP.
I like Santi's set more. You still survive things, and you get to have max attack with Santi's set. Whereas this one, max airs are usually either, if they're not from Air Slash, they're from physical flying type moves. Like Dragon Pulse Fly, most Talonflames, like we said, are Brave Bird or Dual Wing Beat. So if they've managed to go big, cool, whatever. Gyarados' Bounce, Cinderace's Bounce, Cobalions notably Bounce. So I just don't know why.
I don't get it. Yeah.
We're zero defense investment, and we're hoping this Coba Berry helps us survive, I guess. Notably, Machamp is super duper slow, so we're pairing it with a sub Trick Room theme here with Thick Club, Lightning Rod, Alolan Marowak, and Eviolite Porygon 2. Just kind of like helps us have a slow mode and a fast mode if we need it. Porygon 2 is very physically bulky. This set is super physical. Thunderbolt, Trick Room, Recover, Ice Beams, pretty standard move pool. Max HP, 188 EVs in defense, which puts us, I believe that gets us close to 200 plus defense after Eviolite.
That I could not tell you.
I think I used to remember the thresholds for it, but I can't remember them all. And then Marowak here is our other Trick Room sweeper. Notably, Marowak is min speed is super slow. So, well, not super slow, but 45. So you just enough that you can function under Trick Room and just kind of deal with some of the other faster Pokemon in the game. Flare Bits, Shadow Bone instead of Poltergeist, Boomerang, and Protect over Detect, which is... Oh, I hate that. Every time I see a Pokemon that has that can get both Protect and Detect, I'm going to remind you, use Detect over Protect.
Do the right thing.
Use Detect. Don't get got by random imprisons.
I want someone to just get got this weekend, and they come in and be like, hey, I should have listened to you.
I should have listened.
I don't want to be that guy, but I want to see it happen just so I can feel validated in my own opinion.
Yeah. No Poltergeist is weird.
There's no bonus for having, like, Thick Club Shadow Bone, right? There's nothing there.
This Thick Club just works for all your attacks.
I wanted to make sure that just because we're holding a bone, it does...
Shadow Bone isn't reliant on them having an item. And we're running knockoff on Machamp, so that makes sense, I guess. You ready to get into our teams for this week? Or do you want to save those to the end and talk about the Rumble?
Let's just talk about Series 5 all at once. I mean, I guess we're talking about Series 5 either way. So.
Yeah, it's like, it was Series 5 too.
Yeah, so. I don't care.
Mine hasn't changed any.
Mine has changed super minor, so this will be nice and quick.
I went in and I fixed all the IVs for all my Pokemon. I figured out what they had, and I went in and fixed it. Because I hyper-trained all of them. Just because... So I figured out what IVs everyone has, and I figured out, and I just put it all in there. That way it's just all in the Pokepaste. AV Gyarados are running Earthquake now over Lash Out, specifically because I found out that after a Max Air into Cobalion, Max Quake will take out the Cobalion at +1 defense.
Did we not talk about that last week?
Nope, because I was running Lash Out last week.
We talked about it.
We talked about it afterwards.
Oh, was it? Okay. I'm like, I
But
know we've had this conversation.
The episode itself, I had Lash Out stuff.
Okay.
Which we're on Earthquake now. The only other change I think I made, I put Moonblast on Clefairy over After You. Because I have a solid Trick Room plan. So it's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I have Magnezone, who's super slow. Pair it with Clefairy. Magnezone can probably deal with, like... Magnezone deals with Hattering pretty well. Magnezone can kind of get through T-Tar a little bit. Like, most Trick Room Pokemon I'm not too worried about. The only other thing I might swap is if I swap Rillaboom from... if I swapped it to Choice Band, I'll have it updated for the slide. If you see it the same, it stayed the same. Literally where we're at this point. Yeah. Nothing really changed.
So mine, a little bit of EV changed. Nothing overly important. Togekiss I changed up a little bit. I am 0 speed Togekiss. Well, not 0 speed, but no speed investment. Pure bulk. Last week I was running Crit Kiss. Now I'm playing Serene Grace. Weakness Policy. This is like another Dynamax target if need be. Pairs really well with Whimsicott, Fake Tears, Tailwind. So like having the speed investment doesn't really mean anything to me. I would rather just have extra bulk. The other change I made, which I actually need to update this, I'll send you the updated team list. I have Moonblast over Energy Ball on Whimsicott. You talked me into it.
Glad I talked you into that one.
Past that, 5/6 of the team is shiny.
Oh, yeah, I got all the shinies of mine.
And the one I don't have, I have 2 shiny Grookies, and they're both overgrown, and I hate them both.
Get lucky, bud. Gotta get lucky.
Worst part is I have 2 shinies in under like 1,300 eggs. It's like I have been very lucky, but not lucky enough.
I got 3 Cleffas in 700 eggs.
That's insane.
2 of them weren't HA, so they're just pretty much useless until hidden ability capsules come out.
Yep.
I traded one off already to someone who really wanted a shiny Cleffa, and it's like, cool. I got me a shiny HA Squirtle now, which is nice.
I have a second shiny Durant.
Nice, I have one of those too.
Oh yeah, you've had yours for a while.
I was going to use it in Collinsville, but I didn't know what the name meant, so I didn't want to
offend someone.
On accident, yeah.
Yeah, my Togekiss is nicknamed and it's Japanese. It's the only one that I traded for. And I can't find a Rillaboom I can trade for this weekend.
Incineroar is the only one I got traded to. I got really, really lucky, and I it was in a Wonder trade, and it ended up not being hacked, which was really cool. And like, so whoever sent me that, thank you.
My Litten, I have a Litten shiny. It's Blaze. It's gotten hit by that bug 3 times now on starters.
That 40%er, man.
3 times.
You ready for some Rumble?
Yeah, for sure. I obviously did not play in this. We kind of talked about this at the top of the show. But there's a lot of Rillaboom, lots of Togekiss, lots of Incineroar.
Yes, so we played Series 5 in preparation for the Players' Cup. There ended up being 6 in Venusaur, 5 Incineroar, 4 Torkoal, 3 Rillaboom, 3 Togekiss, 3 PZ, 2 Primarina, 2 Hatterene, 2 Indeedee, and 2 Indeedee female specifically, and 2 Porygon 2. And then there were 28 other Mons. 28
unique Mons. For a grand total of 47% unique Mons.
Yeah.
That is pretty low compared to our average.
Yeah, it's because I believe because of Series 5 and Series 5 was pretty solved, a lot of the strategies and things have already been planned out. So starting from the top. Yep.
We have Evan Smoke winning the entire thing, so now I'm assuming he has the bounty on his head?
No, so bounty is back-to-back.
Okay. You that's all you, man. You know what you're doing.
Bounties are back-to-back. Notably, Evan took the bounty off of Chasing in round 3. And then Chasing, I don't think, won another match after that. Which is why we saw the switch from what he's playing currently, what he's playing now, from what he was playing in the Rumble.
So we have Volcarona, Lycanroc, Hydreigon, Comfey, Venusaur, and of course, the best banned Pokemon, Hippowdon.
Yeah. This team was really, really fun. I watched a lot of the matches while on my way back. I just searched for people and I found them. I watched Evan play a couple times because I knew what his showdown name was. It was pretty easy to find him. The Hydreigon set was super cool. Lycanroc did a lot of work there because there's a lot of just fire types and Togekiss, and it just does so much work against those Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Volcarona does a real good job as just being a redirector, and when it needs to go big and go fast, it can. Hippowdon is very bulky and can really draw out games, and Venusaur is Venusaur.
Yep. I'm assuming we're setting Sun with Volcarona if need be.
You can. You don't have to, but you can. You can also do it with Hydreigon.
Does Comfey get Sunny Day?
Probably.
Yeah, but it's not Prankster.
No.
But it is faster than
Hack. Yeah.
Yeah, so that probably...
It's not hard to be faster than Venusaur.
Yeah. So, second place, we have CJL playing Hard Trick Room with Hat and Indeedee, Snorlax, Togekiss, Venusaur, and Torkoal.
Notably here, he's played pretty much the same archetype as what he's bringing for the Players' Cup. He just swapped from Hatterene and Indeedee to Dusclops, Dragapult.
Yep.
And he changed out his other Trick Room Abuser for the G-Max Urshifu Rapid Strike. I don't think he's playing Togekiss. Is he playing Togekiss still?
Yes.
I know we just talked about it, but it was a while ago.
Dude, that was like 20 minutes ago.
I was lunch on 20 minutes ago.
It's like 30 minutes ago. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So the team here, goal is just set a trick room, Snorlax. You could also do Snorlax belly drum things.
Was this belly drum or do you know?
I think it was pretty sure it was belly drum.
Okay.
I remember right. I only got to see like one match, and it was at the very end, and Snorlax was just like gone already, so it was just like whatever. Baradad, one of our newer members to the Discord, is playing my team at the IC. Like carbon copy, him and AJP are playing carbon copies of my team for the IC, which is super cool. Us is like I have 3 people fielding my team now.
I know Baradad just all week is like, hey, you got those notes? I want to steal those.
Yeah, I'm working on them. They're in
like, I have them somewhere.
I haven't had time to compile them. Between work, I've worked extra this week because people were gone, and I'm started opening more, so a lot of my days are now gone. So as soon as I come home, I just want to lay down and take a nap.
Yep.
Or play with the new kitten, or play Mario.
Absolutely adorable.
Yeah, new kitten's great.
I was talking about Mario.
Oh, really? But team, he's done nothing but praise the team. Him and Mr. Rhode Island really like the team.
So then, 4th place we have Karibo, Ensign, Primarina, Terrakion, Dragapult, Rillaboom, P2.
Very standard Series 5 team, it feels like. With just like a little bit of bleeding from Series 6 from the Terrakion.
Yep. Which, I mean, Dragapult Terrakion was still just, like, fine back in Series 5, so...
It just wasn't fantastic because Togekiss redirect, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Polygriff here, Incineroar, Dracozolt, PZ, Togekiss, and then Venusaur, Torkoal.
I love this team. Had I seen this before today, I probably would have worked on this some. This team is sweet.
Yeah, I wish we had an actual like Trick Room setter.
No, we don't need Trick Room. We just blow people up.
But we have Torkoal.
Yeah, we don't need it, though. We just blow people up.
If you get to do that, yeah.
Carl, I don't think you understand. You blow people up.
You should blow people up.
So
you don't always get to blow people up.
Between Dracozolt and PZ, those two are my 2 favorite like threats in Series 6 currently.
Oh, yeah, no, we can see it. We see it all the time on Draft League. Not on Draft League, on Littleroot Laddering. We see it all the time.
I absolutely love it, man.
You play every team like a hyper-offensive team, even if it doesn't need to be.
Look, okay, some of them are.
Poor Volcarona's never get any kind of spotlight.
Volcarona got airtime, thank you, and it almost won a game.
I said spotlight, not airtime. I have not seen Volcarona go big yet. It has been Dracozolt almost every time.
To be fair, the game that I brought Volcarona, I should not have brought, I completely led incorrectly. And I kind of talked about this because Hitmontop could not hit anything on their team super effectively or even, present a threat. And having, coaching doesn't do anything because all my mons in the back are special attackers. The defense boost doesn't matter because I'm playing against all special attackers. And I'm pretty sure they set up Psychic Terrain, so, Hitmontop literally did nothing.
Yeah.
It took a hit and died. And had it been anything else, it would have been completely more relevant.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the game I died because of Kempe Trick Rooming. It broke my win streak and it made me mad because had I won, I would have made Master Ball.
6th place here, chasing our previous big bounty holder, is now down to, I think he went either 3-2 or 2-3. I'm not sure where the cutoff was. Incineroar, Primarina, PZ, P2, Togekiss, and Rillaboom.
It's weird seeing both the Porygons together.
It is weird.
I love it, but it's weird.
It's not bad, but it's weird. This is something I like this one a lot. Having the nice Incineroar, Primarina, and then the better grass starter.
Yep. The intent
the one that actually it looks like it fits the rest of the theme there.
The worst part is I think it's AJP was talking about how his nickname is Tapu Boom Boom.
Yeah. Tapu Boom Boom.
I absolutely love it.
Even thematically, it looks like these 3 fit together.
Yep.
Whereas the Decidueye is almost Robin Hood-like and would have fit
for sure.
Sword and Shield
for
better. Seventh place here we have Stevie D with Mimikyu, the other poor singles target that was.
Man, I miss Mimikyu, and I have not played with or against it in my entire prep.
Yeah, Mimikyu wasn't very good. Like I said, Mimikyu, I think it was another one of those single spawn that just got tagged. Incineroar, Mimikyu, Mudsdale, which I really, really like. Togekiss, and then Venusaur Torkoal.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Yeah, usually those were paired together, but then there were Venusaurs by themselves as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, usually these pair, but then there's also just like a regular Venusaur in the hands of Evan Smoke up top.
So,
who needs sun? Who needs like Sunsetter when you can set Sun yourself with just like Max Hydreigon?
Yep.
I think this Mudsdale was maybe own tempo. I think Incineroar gets Swagger.
It does.
So it's just
as a man who has done this in Draft League, it does.
So you can just like Swagger.
Because I lost my match against Evan because I missed my Swagger.
Big.
I'm still mad about it because I didn't know Swagger could miss.
Yeah, Swagger can miss. I played that a lot in Series 1, and I found out the hard way Swagger can miss a lot on ladder. 8th place here, notably the only person to bring actual Series 60.
Neat.
Well, besides 10th place here, Alchemy Vial, but that's because they don't like playing anything standard.
No.
But this was an unintentional bringing Series 6 to Series 5 because they thought it was Series 6.
Oops.
Well. It's still a really cool take on Rain. Politoed, Kingdra, Scizor is like the big Rain trio here.
Yep.
Decidueye takes advantage of it as well, along with Amoonguss, and then Unburdened Slurpuff. This is a weakness policy, Unburdened Slurpuff. We proc weakness policy with Bullet Punch.
Scizor. Yep. That's
and
cute.
then we're super fast and
That's
we hit
cute.
like a truck.
That's cute.
Team's really cool. Also, just to have like Amoonguss Rage Powder things to pair with your Kingdra, just to like keep damage off of it.
Yeah, this looks cool.
It looks cool, and it's really cool for Series 6. It just does not really do anything for Series 5.
I want someone to build this on cart so I can play it. Because this, I want to do this. I want to beat people up.
I have 4 of the 6.
Yeah, but are they shiny?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So
the 4 of the 6 I have are all shiny. Like, actually.
I know exactly which 4 they are because I have 3 of them.
And then shiny Slurpuff and shiny Decidueye, or whatever. 9th place here, Jiggly Dreams, Trick Room, Sun with Jigglypuff. They really like Jigglypuff.
I had to ask you what Jigglypuff did.
Yep.
Gets Friend Guard.
Friend Guard. It's just like Clefairy Friend Guard. Instead of Magic Guard, it gets competitive,
Which is cool.
which is cute. And then I don't remember what the last ability was.
Frisk?
I think that's Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff gets Frisk.
Instead of Friend Guard?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I can't remember now.
Cute Charm.
Probably. I would assume so. The rest of the team here is Indeedee, Hatterene, Conkeldurr, Torkoal, Venusaur. So yeah. Notably, 0 Dusclops for Series 5, but only 2 P2s as a setter, and the other 2 Trick Room teams are Psyspam.
It is Cute Charm.
Last team here, I want you to guess what's going on here.
I have no idea. I have looked at this for a solid 5 minutes and cannot figure this out.
So the last team here is Talonflame Kingler, G-Max Kingler, Silvally, Sableye, is that Beheem?
Behem, yeah.
Yeah, Behem, and Kokomo. Como.
Is this like...
What are we doing?
Is this weakness policy Talonflame?
Incorrect.
Okay, I give up.
What is Silvally really, really good at doing?
Blowing up.
Okay. What has telepathy as ability?
I'm guessing Behem.
Yes.
Okay.
What also is immune to blowing up?
Sableye.
Okay. What's the rest of the team do?
I have no idea.
Talonflame is speed control, Kingler is speed control, and Kokomo is just Kokomo.
So the goal is to blow up.
The goal is to blow up.
Okay.
I told him to go big or go home. Every time he leads with that, just blow up. Turn one, just blow up. If they protect, cool. If they don't, oh well.
They're probably dead.
Yeah. It's like, and most of the time, they protected.
Did you know in Gen 1, not only was Explosion a base 250 move, it also halved their defense. In damage calc, it halved their defense. It was a base 500 move.
Boom.
And you wonder why, like, in Gen 1, Explosion is so good.
Yep.
There was no protect.
Nope.
The only thing that could take that was Gengar.
Yep. But yeah, that's the Rumble. Series 5 practice. This was like last minute change to Series 5 for practice for the Players' Cup, which is super great because nobody was able to actually play anything. I know a lot of content creators hosted a lot of events for Series 5 just to like get everybody warmed up.
I think the guys over at Pokesports hosted, I think, 3 of them.
Yeah, there was at least 3 of them. A couple of them were set up for European players, and I think they did one for NA.
Yeah, and the worst part is the NA one I was going to play, but I think it was the same day that we record. I'm just like, oh, okay. Guess I'm not doing that tonight.
Yeah.
Plus, then I went and watched football, so. Wasn't an awful game. The Bengals still got, smashed like I anticipated, but it wasn't awful.
It's still the toilet bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Better
than tonight's game.
I don't even know who's playing tonight.
Minshew Mania and Fitzmagic. I can't wait for people who have no idea what I just said to just be like, what was that even about? English? Like, we talk about made up Pokemon basically for a living at this point. And it's just like talking about actual people's names. It's just so bizarre. Yeah. So foreign.
Yeah. So if you have no clue what's going on, football. He's talking about football. Jacksonville Jaguars and Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
Southeast Bowl of some sort.
The Southeast Toilet Bowl.
Yeah. Instead of the Ohio Toilet Bowl. Anything else I want to talk about?
Let's see.
Anything cool happening besides Players' Cup?
Players' Cup. Got stuff for laddering that we've been doing.
Like we said, this week's laddering is probably going to be just like a compilation of matches from the IC.
Yeah, mine crawls, somebody's, who knows?
Probably do like 1 day of each or 2 days of each.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
You probably have Sunday and like Thursday, and I'll do Tuesday, Saturday, or something like that.
Yeah, who knows? I'm probably going to record it all and be like, all right, here you go. I'll tell you which matches were good and you can
pick them out. Timestamp them for me, please.
Nah.
Just write them down at least.
Be like, all right, there was, at one point I played against like a Volcarona.
4 Volcarona matches later. Which one?
I think they had,
I think they had this.
I think they had a Togekiss with it.
That doesn't help at all.
Come on, man. How could you not narrow it down at that point?
But yeah, look for those matches to go live on YouTube. We have an extra day. We could probably just do 3 and 3.
Yeah, who knows? We'll figure something out.
We won't have anything else because Draft League's done at this point.
Yep.
Congrats to Karibo.
Yeah, congrats, man.
New champion. Poor Zeno.
I was really holding out for Evan to sweep.
He had the target on his back. I'm telling you, Evan from the start was doing really, really good.
And he was my gatekeeper, and I lost on breakers, and just like, man, at that point I'm just like, all right, you beat me, you have to win. And then he lost in top 8. I'm just like, come on.
Lost to Karibo.
I'm like, come on, man.
Cinderella story. Karibo went from being out to 8th seed to all the way to champion. Underdog. Got him.
Cinderella story, if there's ever been one.
Which is great. I don't know what we're doing next. I told Discord to look in here in like end of the week.
Yeah, we should probably figure all that out probably tonight
for a poll of some sort. We also have to get some other stuff done, but
yeah. So if you're not in the Discord, make sure you go and join that because we'll have stuff going on.
We're really close to 100 members.
Man, we were absurdly close.
We're really close to 100 subscribers too. I think we're like 19 off now. 20, like
Dang.
17 off now, something like
That
that.
still tells me everyone in the Discord's not subscribed to us on YouTube. Granted, a couple of those are my buddies who wanted to play Among Us with us last night, so...
Well, tell them to subscribe. Get them.
Jared and Marcos.
Calling you out.
You probably don't listen to this because you don't play Pokemon.
But now that you're in the Discord, you'll have the opportunity to listen to it. Calling them out. Get them. They're your friends. Get them.
I don't even know them. Marcos is actually the entirety of why I'm a Cowboys fan. He was my best friend in 7th grade, and he was a huge Cowboys fan, and I wanted something else to talk to him about every day, so we talked about football.
There you go. I got nothing.
I got a whole lot of nothing, man.
We usually make dinner. Good side.
Yeah, we sat here and rambled about who knows what for 20 minutes or so. So if you're listening on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications when new stuff goes live, because we're going to have a ton of that coming up in the next week. Leave a like and leave us a comment down below with a pokey paste of what you're playing. Can you post links on YouTube comments? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so do that for us so I can actually look at some more teams, and yeah, if it's cool enough, I may talk about it next week. Let's see, past that, Carl and I are both on Twitch. You can always go and follow us on there at Musical and myself at Mr. Missouri 25. It is currently September. That is running out in the next week. So if you're interested in supporting us, going above and beyond, you can always go and do that. Save yourself a little bit of money, and it still gives us just as much. So we also have Twitter at LR Lessons, at Cardinoble25, and at Musical_33. And like we talked about like 5 minutes ago or whatever, we have our Discord. Make sure you come and join it. There's 100 different rooms in there, it seems like at this point.
Yeah, there's always something going on. There's no requirement to join. It's open to everybody.
Yeah, literally click the link and hit join.
Yeah.
Our community's great.
You don't even have to talk. It's like there's a good chunk of people who are just there and they're just like part of it. And they don't
we have a bunch of creepers, but
I don't care.
I don't care either, man. They're here and they're supporting us, so I'll take it all day.
Yep.
So, past that, I got a whole lot of nothing.
Yep, that's it.
Alright, have a good one, everybody. Peace.